9 on the dot. Came here to fish. So we can catch any striped bass. It's colder today than the last time, but hopefully they're biting. Today I'm gonna be using a nice, I think it's like half an ounce of spoons. It looks big, but it's really not that heavy. But I have a light line. So let's see. First cast. And the big ones. It's really cold. I got layers on, you know. The tide is coming in. That's for sure. You can tell how light those ones because those other small ones that I have, they go far. Everybody home. Breakfast time. We got a little bit of wind. Hopefully that doesn't fuck up my cast. It's a very light storm, so I'm throwing it sideways because the water's coming in. There's a lot of mud over there. I don't know if you can tell because of the camera. There we go. I'm not an expert on this type of things. Just started fishing like a year or two. But still learning. I have my amateur background. Ooh. Almost caught a wave there. Let's see. Usually what I do is I just let it sink a little bit and then retrieve it by pointing down. Every time you treat it up, it just stays up, but I don't like that. So there's a problem that I have right now, is that it's popping down. Why is it popping? The thing is, like casting with a big spoon, it's not easy, especially in these waters, so they don't usually go for it. When I use it like a small spoon, like a small striped bass, but I saw that I was getting a bigger striped bass. Like recently I caught a 25-inch just striped bass, and it was on a shad, on a plastic shad. So I'm like, okay, they are gonna hit it. It's just gonna take a while. That day I was like 2 hours, 3 hours, just fishing and casting. Okay, but then I'm gonna have to switch. So I'm gonna do a game changer right now because I have to switch. I already had high hopes for this thing. I feel like I'm not gonna catch anything, but life proved me wrong. Let's see. No, I have my shads here. It's funny because I never caught anything with this, and recently I caught it with this yellow one. So I'm gonna go with the yellow. If it doesn't work, I'm gonna go with the best one. I haven't tried it. Well, I did try it a long time ago, but I had it there. I only used it once. So let's see if I have any luck with that. Gotta cut this off. fishing here is very challenging. I see people's videos, they go to far places. The thing is, like, I don't have a car, so the fact that there was this spot right here where I grew up, I didn't know you would catch big fish or any type of fish. I didn't even know how to fish, like I said. Started learning, got into it, and I'm hooked. No pun intended. Catching on, got hooked, started buying a lot of gear. Especially during the pandemic, it helped me a lot. And I started meeting people. I also met people that started fishing too, so that's pretty cool too. I gotta take off my glove. My hand's gonna get cold. See, this is what I mean. You always gotta take a glove off. I thought fishing was like, you know, you're standing there, but there's more to it. And let me tell you something. I started with bait fishing. Then I learned about spoons. And it's funny because then I spread my knowledge of what I knew about spoon with other people. Anyways, yeah. Like, trust me, there's more to it in fishing, and I recommend, especially during times like this, you want to keep yourself warm. Like, I didn't bring another rod. I could have put bait, but to be honest, it's cold. So I think you find something that keeps you warm. Oh, you see, this is why you're always gonna have months, right? Imagine that was a fish. I always do 5, but 6 for good luck. Anyways, if you never fished before, I recommend getting into it. I'm not an expert, but there's a lot of YouTube videos out there that I see people like teach other people how to fish. Here's the thing, though. You gotta look it up. There's a difference between when you see people fishing, they usually from another state. I'm from New York, so there's not a lot of videos out there for New York fishing. So, you know, there's no tips. Like there are tips that could work here, but there are some that don't. In my opinion, you specifically need tips from here. There's other things that could work in freshwater that other states they use, and there's other things that don't work. The same thing with saltwater. This is saltwater, so but I fully recommend it for anyone to start fishing, no matter what age. It's pretty good. Alright, my shot is on. I'm gonna hear like a stump right now. Yep. What did I say? Stop. I think I gotta change my line. I'm gonna get a new line too. I recommend, like, I'll be honest, I started with mono, but the past few months I've been noticing that there's something wrong with having mono memory. One of the most expensive like line you can get is something called fluorocarbon, and if you get fluorocarbon, it's expensive just for a small spoon, but it braided is another way to go. So this is what I would recommend. Get braided, depending what you're fishing for. I'm currently using 30-pound line, but get braided for saltwater. If you're going for big fish, if you're going for porgy, striped bass, get a 30-40-pound braided. Put on your reel, and then buy a 40-pound or 30-pound mono, and use it as a leader. That's all you have to do. Like that, you have a nice, like, wait, hold on, I haven't fully explained why. So braiding goes as far too. It casts far, like really far, because it's so light. So I recommend you to get it braided on your spool, as a spool, put it on your reel and mix it up with a mono leader. Unless you like casting for spoons and that, I try to put a leader on that, but I didn't like it, so I just keep it on straight braided. And trust me, if I was throwing mono right now, that would not go that far. Especially when you use like 20 to 40 pound mono. The thing is, the line is just heavy. So I would fully recommend you braid it. Oh, come on, fishy. It's fucking cold. Give me a fight so I can keep warm. I wonder if I can get some sun. Yes! Oh, yes, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Come here. Come here. What is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? What is this? A fucking striped bass. Oh, I just moved and look at this fucking beast right here. You will not escape from me today. Not today. How you spit it out. Damn, I got tangled. It's okay, be patient. Patient is key. Whew. Let's see. Still intact. Huh. 18. Tell me the 18. Where's I brought my roller? And I got my pliers. Yeah, on the dot. Hold up, don't hurt your leg. I will kiss you, but it's cold. So as you can see, I went fishing today, and I just caught one bass. It hasn't been such a lucky day, but I only just went for 30 minutes. But in less than 30 minutes or more, I managed to catch one bass. So I was there for less than an hour, and honestly, I did not expect to catch anything. For some reason, every time I go over there with a negative mind that I'm not gonna catch anything, I end up catching. When I go there with a positive mind, I end up not catching. But to be honest, it was a good day. It was really cold. I think it was in the 40s, but it felt like it was on the 20s because of the air. The wind wasn't that strong, but just because I think the wind was slow, it felt a little bit colder. But yeah, I was using a Ugly Stick GX, if I recall. It handles 15 pounds, and to be honest, a lot of people get surprised the fact that I managed to take out like big fish with that. The thing is that I'm not in a high place, so if I was, I probably need a net just to bring it up. Also, the reel that I'm using is I think it's a 5000 RUNCL, if I recall. It's a pretty good brand. Me and my younger brother bought it on Amazon, and so far we actually end up liking it. So it's pretty good, to be honest, and make it easy to reel in a big fish like that. And to
to be honest, the first time I caught a good fish with that was recently. I haven't had much luck in spoons lately. I haven't been going fishing a lot either, but learning a little bit more about lures, especially plastic bait, especially fishing in freshwater. The fact that it also works in saltwater too. So using like saltwater plastic shad, I have managed to catch one of the biggest striped bass I had caught. I think it was like 4 days ago. I really don't recall, but I didn't have the GoPro recording. I didn't even have the GoPro at all because I felt like I was not gonna catch anything. But they sent me the video that I'm gonna put right now, right here, that I managed to catch a 25-inch striped bass on a shad. And honestly, I think right now I'm gonna stick to that because the spoons hasn't been like that lucky. So I guess they want something that looks like a real fish instead of something shiny. So I think a spoon will work in the summer more. And to be honest, I'm surprised that I've been catching fish, especially around this time, around November. Maybe because I haven't been fishing last year. I gave up like I'm 20 something last year, and I only managed to catch one striped bass, but on shrimp. And I also learned that if you just stay standing still waiting for a fish to eat your bait, it's gonna get cold. So it's better off if you either take both bait and lures, like that you keep yourself occupied and warm. To be honest, I think it was a good day, pretty good day, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And if you want to see more, just subscribe and check out my channel. I'm gonna be uploading a little bit more. I think I'm gonna fish through December. It wasn't part of my plans because I felt like it was too cold, but it seems like the fish do bite on December. Not a lot, but slowly, but they do eat. And one of the fish that I caught, actually, surprisingly, I actually gave it away because over here where I live, the striped bass you can keep it from 18 to 28, and then there's other places a little bit south that you're supposed to keep the striped bass 28 to 42, if I recall. But the one that I caught and kept, I gave it to a close friend, and he was surprised that he saw shads inside the striped bass stomach, and it makes sense that they attack the lure because they're feeding on them right now. So I'm pretty sure I'll be able to take out a few more, especially in the winter, especially if there's less bait. Not a lot of bait. If there's less bait, I think less options. So I feel like I will manage to get more. And I'm going to see if I try to do some beach fishing depending on the weather too. So hopefully you guys like it, you subscribe for more, and let's see if I catch any more fish.